Good afternoon. I'm here today with Deputy State's Attorney Brenda Quaddy standing to my left, with Sheriff Gary Caruana standing to my right. To his right, Lieutenant Sam Thomas with the Illinois State Police. Today I am here to announce the following charges against the following individuals. Winnebago County Coroner William Hintz, date of birth November 6, 1969, and his wife Michelle Hintz, date of birth January 7, 1970. William Hintz is currently charged with 8 counts of forgery, which is a Class 3 felony, 4 counts of official misconduct, Class 3 felony, 2 counts of theft, and 2 counts of conspiracy. Michelle Hintz is currently charged with 3 counts of unlawful use of a credit card, 2 counts of conspiracy, and 2 counts of theft. In February of 2020, the Winnebago County Sheriff's Department received information that fraudulent information was being sent to the Winnebago County Purchasing Department to justify inappropriate charges on a Winnebago County credit card that was issued to Winnebago County Coroner William Hintz. The Winnebago County Sheriff's requested that the Illinois State Police conduct an investigation. Lieutenant Sam Thomas with the Illinois State Police and also commander of the Special Investigative Unit, along with his task force, a division of DCI, conducted a criminal investigation. As a result of that criminal investigation, William Hintz and his wife Michelle Hintz were developed as suspects. The charges were reviewed by my office and subsequently authorized. Forgery is a Class 3 felony that is punishable by a sentencing range of 2 to 5 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 1 year mandatory supervised release. Official misconduct is also a Class 3 felony, punishable by 2 to 5 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 1 year of supervised mandatory release. Theft, as charged, is a Class 1 felony, punishable by 4 to 15 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 2 years of mandatory supervised release. Theft, as charged, is also a Class 2 felony that is punishable by 3 to 7 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 2 years of mandatory supervised release. Conspiracy is charged as a Class 2 felony, punishable by 3 to 7 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 2 years of mandatory supervised release. Conspiracy is also charged as a Class 3 felony, punishable by 2 to 5 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 1 year of mandatory supervised release. Conspiracy is also charged as a Class A misdemeanor, which carries a penalty up to 1 year in the Winnebago County Jail. Unlawful use of a credit card is a Class 4 felony that carries 1 to 3 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 1 year of mandatory supervised release. The charges are merely allegations, and the defendants are presumed innocent until or unless proven guilty in a court of law. At this time, I'd like to thank the Sheriff's Department for working with my office and coordinating with the Illinois State Police. I also would like to thank Lieutenant and Commander Sam Thomas for the stellar investigative work performed by his team. Obviously, at this time, my message to the community is that there is a fiduciary duty that is owed by public officials to the community that they serve. And when that fiduciary duty is breached, there are no winners. At this time, I'm going to ask the sheriff to step forward and to say a few words.
Thank you, Marilyn. Good afternoon. Sometime in February 2020 this year, I received information in regards to the possible credit card fraud situation I immediately contacted State's Attorney Hintz Ross, and we discussed the situation and felt it was the best course of action to turn it over to the state police. So we contacted Sam Thomas, Lieutenant Sam Thomas of the Illinois State Police, and brought him up to speed on the situation that we had, and he immediately took over the investigation. So at this point, I'll turn it back over to the State's Attorney.
At this time, I'd ask Lieutenant Thomas to step forward, please.
Good afternoon. I'd just like to speak a little bit about the unit that I'm the commander of. The Special Investigations Unit within the Division of Criminal Investigation is a group of statewide investigators that are tasked with handling investigations that are of a particular sensitive nature. Predominantly, these investigations involve malfeasance on the part of public officials, elected officials, or those individuals that are appointed in governmental positions. And so that was predominantly the reason for the sheriff contacting me and requesting that our group take over this investigation, and we gladly did so on his part. I'd like to thank Marilyn and the sheriff for their cooperation and their assistance in this investigation, and particularly to Ms. Hintz Ross for her stance that she's taken not only on this particular issue, or I should say on this particular investigation, but on this issue overall, and the willingness on her part to meet this head on and address it properly and as quickly as possible.